Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I want to tell about cross-cultural understanding in Korea. First, I want presentation about language in Korea. Language in Korea using the language that is written in Hangul. Example, Annyeonghaseyo. The meaning is Indonesia, apa kabar? And in English, the meaning is who are you? While Indonesia has 740 true language, one of them is Javanese. Example, we can to say piye kabare. The meaning in Indonesia is apa kabar, and in English is who are you? The second, we can talk about greeting. In Korea, society in greeting and also say diving by tying bowing. Bowing the body is an important social ethic in Korea. Bend in Korean divided into three types. First, informal. A bend angle of 50 degrees. The second, formal, 20-degree bend angle. And very formal, 20-degree bend angle or more. Bend to his usual, man will pressing his body backward to maintain balance. Women usually put both hands in front of the body. But due to the influence of Westerners, with the greeting of the handshake with the Easterner bow, it is now known as greeting. That is bow and handshake. Will greeting to Indonesia such as the West, that is the shake hand. And then about social or small talk. Korean communication style is that they don't like to say no because it is considered bad attitude. If you want to refuse, it must be in soft language. Korean people feel insulted when touched by people they don't know. And about for Indonesian people, when socializing, they will be easy to talk and greet to people they already know. Indonesians are very happy to socialize. And about religion that is believed by Korean is support people to choose their own religion. And many Koreans still believe in ancestral spirit and practice ritual. And about religion in Indonesia, there are various religions which are believed by its citizens, but the majority are Muslim. About eating attitude, the ethic of eating in Korea first, wait before the older person sit first, then you can sit at the dining table. In Korea, we must prioritize older people to eat. The second, Korean people are known to be very concerned upon the position of the seat of the banquet. especially when eating with colleagues. Everyone's seat is based on rank and position in the company. The lower the rank of a person, the position of the seat will be close to be excited. This also applies when family meals or reunion between senior or junior. And the ethic of eating in Indonesia. First, it will use mouth closed when chewing food. The second, don't make noise when chewing food. The third, don't play food with cutlery. And always ask permission to the event owner when leaving the dining table. And the look at other people eyes when they are eating. And the last, don't take on the phone at the dining table. Ask for permission when you really have to answer the phone and apologize when you return. And about daily food in Korea, one of Korean traditional food is taekook, is rice cake soup that is eaten on 1 January. For Korean people, the new year is meaningless without eating taekook because this dish symbolizes luck and the beginning of the years. Taekook is made from thinly sliced rice cake and then cooked by meat board. Thinly sliced rice cake. Taekook is made from thinly sliced rice cake and then cooked with meat board, served with sliced meal, sliced egg omelette, seaweed, and scallion. And about food in Indonesia, Indonesian specialties are very many and so diverse from Sabang to Merauke. You will find many different culinary delights because each region in Indonesia has its own characteristic. One of the food is rendang. Rendang is a meat dish originating from Minangkabau. This dish is produced from a long-term low temperature cooking process using the variety of spices and coconut milk. The cooking process takes many hours, usually around 4 hours. In 2011, rendang was named the first ranking list of CNN International World 50 Most Delicious Food List. And in 2008, rendang is officially designated as one of the 5 Indonesian national dishes. And about education system, in South Korea, education system is considered the best because it managed to reach a literacy level of 100% Similarly, in the task analysis and critical thinking, they think teacher are highly respect because because he respect the teacher is considered to be in the highest position like a saint. Teachers in South Korea are also very strict and hard in education their students. In fact, in fact, there are still many teachers who give physical punishment to their students so that they can understand their listen, talk, and in class. Students in South Korea must study for 60 hours. An education system in Indonesia, in contrast to Indonesia, where teachers are still less respected as using heroes and not a few of them consider teachers only as helper to look after their children at school. In Indonesia, the learning process in class takes a maximum of 10 hours. However, 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 in Indonesia, it is not permissible to the physical punishment because it will feel human, right? When the teacher gives physical punishment, the teacher will be blamed even if it turns out that the student is wrong. And then about festival. Festival in Korea, the name is Seoul International Firework Festival. Every year, you will see which festival are so because firework held on the Hanggang River. Not only firework, you will see a burst of laser lighting and there is a festival performer. The program also featured a ray of light to the sky, so it looked like a was on an unlock amazing. And festival in Indonesia, Grebek Maulid Yogyakarta. Grebek Maulid was held to commemorate the birthday of the Nabi Muhammad SAW, who fell actually on the third day actually on the of third of third day of early Rabi. At this festival, Wolfgar will see mountain that are parade in the midst of community. The mountain content is the mountain contain a variety of vegetable and other products. There is intended as symbol of prosperity and wealth of Mataram land. Before the Grebek Maulid celebration, usually preceded by the present of Sekaten. The people market in the North Plaza of Yogyakarta. Beside Grebek Maulud, there are also Grebek Syawal and Big Grebek or Grebek Besar. The only difference is the implementation time. If the Grebek Syawal is done after the month of Ramadan, and the Big Grebek is done of Eid al-Adha. And about ceremony. Ceremony in Korea, the name is Chuseok celebration. This big holiday is celebrated every fall. Chuseok itself is also known as Hangawi, which means the grand autumn celebration, or also to celebrate the big harvest season in celebration. Like Indonesia, the harvest season in celebration, like Indonesian going home during Lebaran, Korean will visit their central hometown and share traditional Korean food dishes like samyeon or rice cake and rice wine such as sindoju and dongdongju. And ceremony in Indonesia celebration, one of which is celebrating Eid al-Fitri or Lebaran. Namely, celebration for Muslims who fall on the Shawwal. For people who live outside their area will return to their village, and they will stay in touch with their relatives. And about dance, traditional dance from Korea. First, Seungmu dance is a sacred dance. The first dance by monks. With the development of times, there is a theatrical element. Reportedly, this dance has existed since 500 years ago during the Joseon Kingdom. The second dance is Sungjeonmu dance. It's also called the victory dance. The reason is this dance is performed by various complete with sword while pleading to the god for victory in war. And about traditional dance from Indonesia are many. And one example from traditional dance from the special region of Yogyakarta is dance from Yogyakarta, which are already very well known to the international sense of Strimbi dance. Formerly, the dance was one of the typical dance of Yogyakarta, which was considered sacred and could only be performed in the palace. Strimbi dance is more performed for official events such as state ritual to commemorate the rise of the Sultan. Torons. But as time goes But as time goes by, the shrimpy dance can be danced by several other events, such as welcoming guests and so on. And about the travel destination, the most famous tourist attraction in Korea. The place is Jeju Island. Jeju Island is nicknamed Samdado, or abundant island with three things, namely rock, woman, and wind. Because it has a natural beauty and unique culture, Jeju Island is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Korea. In historical record, Jeju is mentioned in various names, starting from Doi, Dongyongju, Juho, Tamura, Seungna, Tangna, or Tamna. And the most famous tourist attraction in Indonesia, the place is Borobudur Temple. Borobudur Temple is the largest Buddhist temple in the world. As we know, the Borobudur Temple is relic of the civilization of the Buddhist kingdom in the past in the archipelago, where at the time Buddhism became the religion adopted by most Indonesian people at the time. Borobudur Temple is included as one of the World Cultural Heritage with the protected by UNESCO. And about clothing about traditional clothing in Korea called hanbok is a style of Joseon dynasty. Hanbok is a typical clothing from the country of South Korea. Hanbok consists of superior and subordinate in the form of skirt and has no pockets. Generally, bright-colored hanbok like red, pink, orange, and yellow. Hanbok comes from two syllables. Han means our country and box means clothing. But in the 2000s, they began to follow the trend of Western countries such of wearing jeans. Although there are many new fashion styles, hanbok fashion is still hallmark of the country of Korea with a more modern design. And Indonesia traditional clothing. And just like Korea, Indonesia also has traditional clothing. For example, traditional clothing in the special of Javanese surgeon. The clothing for men. But due to the development of the surgeon era has a more modern design for young people. And the name about clothing about traditional clothing, Javanese traditional have for women are called kebaya. And about do and do not, what, what should not be done in Korea is when ordering food must be exact and do not feed the bigger and do not give bigger money. And what can be done in Korea? First, visit the kimchi museum, and we can to play and then we can to play mat as well as skincare and one more unique Korean tour. You can try playing mat in a unique festival here. The Buryong Mat Festival began in The Buryong Mat Festival began in 1998 to promote mat as a local therapy. This annual festival is becoming very popular among local and foreign tourists. In Indonesia, which can do is which can or may be done in Indonesia. Namely, we can enjoy the beauty and friendliness of Indonesia citizens. And Indonesia do not, which must not be done in Indonesia, violate the rules that have been applied in Indonesia. Okay, that's my presentation is be done. Thank you for everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.